Hello and welcome. So, looking at Sphinx pose. When I first started Sphinx pose, it was to help my low back, right? Throughout my from early 20s, I'm 35 now. I've had tension in the back area with yoga and mindful movement practices. I've been able to mitigate that to get that spine super strong again. But obviously, with habitual patterns, it can go back to being hurt, right? If I push it too much, if I do certain things, it's like an Achilles heel. So the Sphinx was one of the poses that I would do a lot to help alleviate those areas. Some things, for instance, I wouldn't open my heart enough, open my throat enough, right? Um, my pelvic region wasn't fully stable. So things to think about when you're in that Sphinx. So coming to that prone position on your belly. So another thing, elbows. Maybe my elbows were a bit too wide too. And then when your elbows are a bit too wide, so they're not directly under your shoulder, that causes your chest to not be able to open as much, right? You're kind of concaving, coming in like you were in, let's say, cat. So that's one thing you want to do is elbows directly underneath shoulders and not too far forward or not too far back, directly underneath. Another thing too is as you're here, really getting that nice stable foundation in your pelvic region. Right where your belt is, you want to feel that nice and stable and pressing into the floor. Not like super pressing, just nice and firm. And it's as you move forward or back, it's staying situated and stable. So we have that understood. Now the elbows are underneath shoulders, palms face down. As our palms face down, we really want to grip the mat with all four corners of our hands. Feel the inner line of your wrist rotate inwards a little more and towards the floor. That might help situate your palms and make them more firm and a better placement into your mat. Now, my head and upper body are still not fully engaged. So I want to open up my chest. What helps with that is drawing your scapula blades back and then down, feeling your lat muscles pull those scapulas down and into place. As soon as you feel that pull and placement, you should feel the pec minor, so in towards your shoulder, and then your pec, that starts to open up. And then from there, your collarbones will lengthen, and then your heart will start to shine. So from here, peel that back, and you should be able to see it in the video. Now, my gaze doesn't look ahead and down. I either look ahead and straight forward or slightly up. Just from those adjustments, you should feel an open throat. Now, your shoulders might be close to your ears, so just drawing them away from the ears, feeling the crown of your head lift towards the sky. Your legs are nice and centered towards your yoga mat. They're pressing into the ground. But then once you find that press, you just find stillness and kind of disengage it a bit. And your legs should be 2 fists away or 1.5 fists away from each other. So hip distance apart. And now that we have all this in place, I like to grip the mat and pull my chest forward without actually moving my hands or anything. Just microscopic movements. And now you should feel that length and strength in your spine, that open heart, the wide collarbones. Maybe even your lats are engaging and getting action. Your glutes are nice and firm. Nice. And then coming out, place one hand on top of the other, open up the elbows, rest a cheek or your forehead. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Those are some cues that over time have helped me understand the Sphinx pose a little more and make it more accessible for my body, but also turn on the right muscles and the right engagement and awareness. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a good rest of your day. Ciao.